Hello, and welcome to The Modern Lady, where you'll learn how to elevate your life with elegance. I'm Devereaux. If you're new to my channel, please hit that red subscribe button so that you can get an update when I've got a new video to share. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you, ladies, so much for your continued love and support for my channel. I appreciate and adore you all. Today's video is an interview in a series called Pearls of Wisdom, where I shine a spotlight on elegant women that believe in the power of style and sophistication. Today's interview guest is Gloria Starr, a certified etiquette consultant and image consultant at Gloria Starr. Gloria, welcome to The Modern Lady.
Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be with you.
Thank you so much for being here, and we're so excited to dive right in. So Gloria, can you share with us the story behind Gloria Starr and the brand and everything that came to be what it is today?
Absolutely. 35 years ago, I was living on a dairy farm. I could milk a cow, drive a tractor, and tell you when the alfalfa was right. Now, I knew that that was just going to be a short chapter in my life. However, I didn't know what was really going to happen after that. But I took some courses. I drove from Canada down to the States, and I took some courses on how to be more confident and be able to put something together that was a wardrobe beyond work boots and the 60s style. So it was a big challenge, and I went specifically for my personal growth. However, it totally changed my life, not just for myself, but for my friends and my colleagues and people that I really wanted to impress. So it was a night and day change that took several years to be absolutely magical. The longer I was in the career, the more I loved it.
I love that. And I know you're also a speaker and author as well. And so you are quite accomplished, Gloria, that's for sure. So on your website, you talk about how people skills are a lost art. Can people skills be developed, or is that something that people are just born with?
I don't believe we're born with any of the attributes except perhaps a smile when people take care of us properly as babies. But I believe you can acquire almost anything in the way of knowledge to make yourself more magnetic. So people skills are essential, and we need to practice those things on a daily basis. When you discover that you can magnetically attract people, when you become an ambassador for yourself, your company, and your...
I love that. And that's a really great mentality to have, ladies, that you're not just yourself, you're an ambassador, you're a representative of something greater. And so it's really important when you're thinking about how you're presenting yourself to make sure that you're polished and you have that presence. And so that's a really good way to think about it, so that you always give it the sense of attention and really importance that it deserves. So Gloria, how would you describe executive presence, and what are the benefits of having it?
Well, first of all, executive presence is essential, but most people really don't have any idea what it is. And it's the big buzzword right now. However, I believe it's really essential. It's all about your polish, your presence, your posture. So it's a lot of different things. So if you walk in with pizzazz and confidence, that's exhibiting executive presence. If I use my hand in a gesture versus instead of pointing, that would be a better gesture than pointing. So it's open-handed gesture. It's a genuine smile. And when you smile, a real smile starts in your heart, and then it shows around your lips, and then your eyes, which you thought were wrinkles, but I think they're positive attitude indicators. So throughout all the countries I've traveled in and the different people that I met, everyone can smile and break down the barriers of communication, making themselves more magnetic.
Yes, yes. And it's really about that connection with others, being able to put them at ease and have that strong connection when we have those interactions, because we all know that people do business with those they know, like, and trust. And so it's really important to build that rapport, and the posture, the smiling, all of those small little things are so important. They really are the big things that matter the most.
Yes. Even if you think about the children, if they've had a good day at school, they're all zippy and having fun. And if they've had a bad day, their chin is lowered and they're sort of dragging their feet. So people always show their real truth through their body language. However, we as adults can manage our body language and become more magnetic even just through the body language.
And that's a good point, Gloria, because our body language is like a billboard. If we think about it, it's like the display case. We are telling people how we feel, and that will inspire how they feel. So if we have a negative presence or negative energy that we're exuding, that certainly will be shared with others. And that may influence how they interact with us. And so it's really important to always maintain that consistent level of polish that you mentioned. And I think that's sometimes the most difficult part for women, is being consistent, especially when they're frustrated and when they're stressed and frazzled.
Yes, we need to learn how to cloak the emotions that are not appropriate in many situations. I remember one of the very first corporate contracts that I was hoping to win, and they interviewed 5 different consultants. And as I was leaving, I shook their hand, looked them right in the eye, and I said, "I'd be simply delighted to work with you." Now, I had no idea at that time just how powerful that statement was. But the reality was, when they hired me, they said, "And the reason you got the contract was because you said I would be simply delighted to work with you." And that is the exact sentence that each of our employees must say to every guest in our hotel.
Oh, wow. Wow. And that's the power of executive presence. That's what it's all about. And I know there was a famous TED talk by Dr. Amy Cuddy who says, fake it till you become it instead of fake it till you make it. And it's really important that even on those times when we don't feel like it, especially for women that may be upset or stressed or thinking about something else, in those moments when she has to have that executive presence, that you push through, and that's what you're making sure you exude with others.
Yes. I remember as a child that I was raised to be seen and never heard, and jump and ask how high on the way up. Now, obviously, that was pure stupidity, because if we don't have a voice, we can't make our life sizzle. So we do have to find a voice. And there is a lot of energy that we keep inside. I know when I first started my career in my early 30s, I was so shy. I did everything possible to avoid going out in public. That's ridiculous. But what I found was I had to put on an emotional coat of armor. And the best thing that I ever did was I started wearing these lovely, fun fascinator hats. Because when I went to a meeting or a networking event, I had no voice. I was so shy. However, the magnetism of these people just came right over and said, "Wow, I love your." And then I could say, well, as an image and etiquette consultant, I always wear something magnetic. Thank you so much for the lovely compliment.
I love that. And so your fascinators are certainly your signature piece. And you alluded to the fact that you were shy when you were younger. And so that was actually my next question. There's a lot of women watching this that probably identify as being introverted or shy. So, what are some tips that you can share for her to start developing her executive presence?
Well, I think when she's there at her own home alone, she should dress up very nicely, make sure that she looks fantastic, a bright lipstick, maybe nail polish, and just feeling wonderful. Even the perfume makes a difference because we're going into the psychology of changes there. And then she should stand in front of her big mirror and talk to herself. Hello, I'm feeling fabulous today, and how are you? And then introduce herself to herself. And you can play out just like children did when they were little. A little boy can't be a cowboy unless he has the holster and the cowboy hat. So we put on the garments as though we are in a play, and life is quite a play. So we must evolve into something magnetic. And it's not going to happen overnight unless you let down the barriers and say, I'm going to win.
Yes, and that habit is something that you can start building. So when we talk about being consistent in how we're presenting ourselves in the world, it's really important that we're not just only having that executive presence on Mondays and Fridays, or only with our close friends, or only with our circle from church. It's really about it being a lifestyle. And so what Gloria is talking about, getting dressed up, putting on the perfume, standing in front of the mirror, those are things that you can do on a daily basis to start building that executive presence for yourself. And that's something you just maintain as part of your regular morning routine.
It's all about it, and we have to influence ourselves and look in the mirror and say, I'm fabulous, I'm simply irresistible. And we can become what we tell ourselves. And I remember being sick to my stomach the first time I did a contract, and I said, this is it, I quit, I'm never doing this again. Now granted, that was a lot of years ago, and I remember sitting in my car after the full day program at the college to adults, and I was crying. And I said to myself, I'm quitting, that's it. And that was a Saturday. By Wednesday, the phone started to ring. And people that were in the seminar booked me for private coaching. And I said to myself, well, I guess I wasn't that bad, was I? So we grow through things, and you've got to hang on. In fact, you have to have your own life cycle. And when you're boating, you have a life preserver. Put it on and claim whatever it is that you need to be. Tell yourself, I'm fabulous. I'm going to do this and sizzle up my life.
And what we tell ourselves is so important. I love that you mentioned that, Gloria, because those are the thoughts that really build the foundation of what we believe. So when you're telling yourself these things and giving yourself those positive affirmations and that positive self-talk, that really does help to build the foundation for you, because you're going to reinforce whatever you're believing is how you're going to display who you are to the world. And it's so important that you recognize your greatness from within. So, Gloria, what is the best way for an executive woman to gracefully handle stress in the workplace?
We're never going to lose the stress, but we can cloak the stress. We can tell ourselves a new story. So instead of saying, I don't think I'm going to do very well at the conference call today, or that how are we going to handle that board meeting, and can you actually look at someone? So you want to change your whole physiology, the inside of your gut, so that you're programming yourself. And I think of myself, let's use an example. People in the military wear a uniform. People in church that are in the choir wear a uniform. So I put on a uniform of a beautiful suit and a nice pair of high heels, and I just walk in there like I own. Now, that is a bit of a stress. However, you want to think of all the points of your body. The posture, the chin should always be level. If your chin is below level, it could be that you're defiant, or if it's above level, it could be that you are really thinking you're above everyone else. But a level chin goes and claims part your body language. Open-handed gestures is always good. No pointing. Very rude. And slow down your words. Be articulate. Try to use words with 2, 3, and 4 syllables, which showcases your intelligence. Now, I technically only have grade 10 because I was thrown out of the house for being a bad girl at 15. In other words, I wasn't obedient. And I moved to another city 50 miles away. I knew no one. I got a full-time job as a floral designer in a different city, and I was paid 25 cents below the bottom line wage. I was just so happy to have a job. And then I started working at A&W at night, and I worked till midnight there. I had 2 full-time jobs before I even technically could legally work. But I knew I was going to make it. No one was going to break. And sure, we all shed a few tears, but we have to claim whatever it is. I knew I needed to learn a lot. So along the way, without technically formal education, I bought my first house at 23 years old. While I was going to college as an adult student and working nights sorting mail at the post office. I had 3 hours of sleep for all 3 years of my degree. But I just kept learning and learning and learning. And the best thing is to always invest in yourself and knowledge and experience. I can imagine not trying, because that's where you learn. And you may know that I do a lot of work in the Middle East. And I was so terrified because they were all wearing the abaya and the hijab, and I thought, that's it, I'm never going to get out of here. However, I went from terrified, curious, to intrigued, to, okay, this is interesting, to absolute acceptance once I was no longer afraid and I got to know them. So 15 years later, I'm still working in the Middle East, and I have a whole different story than what the news has. So always feed your soul. Always read great books. Don't watch movies with bad violence and then they stop. Why would you program yourself for evil? Just step up and make the world better, one woman at a time.
Yes, and I love that you shared your story, Gloria, because that really highlights the level of determination and perseverance that you have. And I think that's absolutely beautiful, because sometimes based on things that happen to us in life, we can lose that sense of hope and inspiration to really accomplish our dreams and our goals. And if you can't find that around you because people aren't maybe encouraging you, you have to find and create that for yourself. And I think you did an amazing job of doing that in your life and being able to overcome those different challenges. So whenever a woman is faced with stress, you can acknowledge it, but you need to overcome it. And I think sharing your story definitely is going to help a woman watching this interview to encourage a stressful situation that she may be facing. So thank you for that. Gloria, who is your favorite elegant role model and why?
That's an easy one. Princess Diana. When I was starting my business, I needed a visual mentor, someone that I could look up to and be passionate about. And everything I saw about her, and even some of the movie stars that were a level of elegance beyond just their look. But Princess Diana, I watched, I emulated her, and every time I came up to a big challenge, I said, how would Princess Diana handle this?
I love Princess Diana, and she has an absolutely amazing story of overcoming so many difficulties in her life, but she did it with grace and with dignity. And she's one of my favorite elegant role models as well. Gloria, what is one piece of timeless advice, or as I like to call it, one pearl of wisdom that you live by every single day?
Well, there's so many things, but let's start with, I personally eliminated everyone in my life that did not believe in me, and that included my family members. That was very difficult. I felt like I was a solid rock that nobody would come near. And I had to create people that would come into my life that had positive things. So I had to just eliminate everything and start a whole new life that was all positive.
And I think the level of positivity is really important. You mentioned earlier, don't watch violent movies, don't program yourself to be negative. And what we surround ourselves with, that environment, is so important because that's going to feed into, like you mentioned, our soul. So the people around us, the different influences around us, whether it's music or media, it's really important that we are feeding ourselves that positivity and that uplifting and inspiring sense of inspiration so that we can have that for ourselves to really set us up for success so that we can carry ourselves with that poise and grace every single day.
We must claim it. No one's going to give it to us. We're going to claim it because we earned it and we deserve it, and we can change the world. Absolutely.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Well, Gloria, thank you so much for being on The Modern Lady. Where are the best places for people to find you online?
GloriaStarr.com. Starr has 2 R's, and having worked in 60 countries with more than 125 nationalities, ladies, always remember that the smile is your calling card. It can break down the barriers, any culture or any idea of how things work in life. Smile gracefully and always take the high road. Gloria Starr.
I love that. Thank you so much, Gloria. Ladies, you've heard it from Gloria. The smile is your calling card, and that's so important to break down those barriers. I would love to know from you in a comment below. Share, how do you maintain your executive presence when you are stressed? I know that it's easy to maintain the executive presence when you're having a good day, when life is going well, but those difficult situations, those difficult challenges are really what I call defining moments, and that's when our true character will shine. So share in a comment below, how do you maintain executive presence when you are under stress? We will keep the conversation going below. Ladies, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. I hope you did enjoy this interview. If you did, please give it a thumbs up to share some YouTube love. And I look forward to seeing you again in another video. Bye.